Well, thanks. Just wanted to ask, first of all, your overall thoughts on the scrimmage today, just overall on both sides of the ball. How do you think it went? Anything stood out?
I think today's scrimmage was a great scrimmage. A lot of energy on both sides of the ball, a lot of flying around, a lot of physicality, and that's kind of what Coach Jones emphasized in the beginning of the day is just passion, um, knowing assignment, flying around, and being physical. Things that stood out to me is just offense made some plays, defense made some plays. I think both sides of the ball executed and made plays when they needed to, and that's kind of what stuck out to me.
How would you feel the quarterbacks did overall, you and Jalen and all the other quarterbacks you guys have? There's a lot of quarterbacks right now on the roster. How do you guys feel you all did together and just individually maybe as well?
Collectively, I think we had a good day. I think we're always critical of ourselves as a group in that room, and today we wanted to do a little bit better at pushing the tempo, just getting everybody to the line and snapping the ball, getting set, analyzing the defense, and pushing the tempo, making those defenders move around and get set. Individually, I think it was a good day. Can improve as a group. I think it was a good day collectively, and like I said, just continuing to push each other and being critical and getting better.
How also do you feel the communication is right now between you and the receivers? And at times last season that was a little bit of a struggle, but this season or so far in the spring practice, how have you seen the communication improve from you specifically and to the wide receivers?
Yeah, I think the quarterbacks have done a great job, and Coach Jones preaches over communication. Be a great communicator, and as a quarterback in the quarterback room, that's one of the things we emphasize heavily. Is the buck stops with us, right? So we got to make sure everybody's set in the right place and everybody knows what we're doing, so that we can execute.
Hey, Miles, how are you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. Hey, obviously, you're one of the leaders of this team. You're one of the veteran guys. From that perspective, can you just kind of share with us maybe what Coach Jones has meant to the program taking over in the interim, whether that's longer or not? What's he meant to you guys? What has he meant to the team in this program?
I think Coach Jones. I mean, I think he relates to this team. I think he relates to this program. We've been looked at as underdogs, and we've been looked at and kind of counted out. Um, and Coach Jones, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call him underdog, but he's made the most of his opportunity, and he's preached just passion, like I said, physicality, and just falling in love with the process of getting better every day. And that's really our main goal right now is just rallying around this team, sticking together, rallying around Coach Jones, and doing whatever he wants us to do each and every day on that practice field and in the classroom and also off the field as well.
Mm-hmm. How has the buy-in been for his message? He said, he's liked what he's seen. What about from your perspective? How has everyone bought in to what Coach Jones preaches?
Yeah, I think everybody's bought in. Like I said, I mean, I feel like a lot of players, they have a different connection with Coach Jones. They want to play for him. They want to practice for him. They're committed to what Coach Jones is trying to do right now, and we are full head of steam forward of just getting better and falling in love with the process.
Mm-hmm. I think the new AD, Travis Goff, said he spoke to you guys. He spoke to the student athletes just in terms of starting this search. Could you just kind of describe the setting? Was that after a practice? Did he kind of get everyone together? Was it in the meeting room, or how did that all kind of come to be?
Oh yeah, he just he dressed the team after practice. I believe it was on Thursday, and after practice we all just got together. Coach Jones went over how he thought practice was, and then he kind of addressed the team after Coach Jones was finished.
Yeah, and did you guys as players talk amongst yourselves after that? And how is kind of morale around the team right now?
I think the morale is good. Like I said, I mean, we're focused on one thing, right? And that's just falling in love with the process of getting better each and every day and enjoying it and taking advantage each and every day. Last year we didn't have the privilege, we didn't have the opportunity to have spring ball. So I think this year we're really just thankful, and we're thankful for the opportunity to come out and get better. And these young freshmen that had experience last year that are now getting their first spring ball, already getting experience during the year. I mean, you could just see them progressing every day. You could see this team progressing, maturing, and coming together.
Yeah. And last thing for me, you got a lot of young wide receiver talent on this roster, first year guys, newcomers. Who's standing out of those young guys maybe that we haven't seen before? Who's kind of standing out for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, young guys that are standing out. I mean, Stephen McBride. I mean, obviously he's a returner. There's Luke Grimm. There's Jordan Brown. There's some young tight ends in there. Will Huggins is really doing a great job. Mason Fairchild. Yeah, I mean, all the young guys, like I said, I mean, they're buying in and they're locking in their playbook and their assignment. And like I said, quarterbacks have been over communicating and they've been making a lot of plays and doing a great job.
Thanks.
Hey, Miles, kind of evaluating today's scrimmage, who would you say won today, offense or defense?
Well, I'm a little bit biased. I'd say offense, but like I said, I think both sides of the ball made plays and both sides of the ball have things to clean up, things to get better at, right? And like I said, we're falling in love with this process of taking advantage of spring ball and getting better every day.
As far as the offense's progress today, were there areas you could tell that you guys have really made strides since the beginning of spring practices?
Yes, I think today the run game was huge today. And I think that made the quarterback's job today during the scrimmage much more manageable. You know, you can run that ball, play action is better, and you can take some shots down the field. And also, too, you know, drives just continue when you can, you know, get 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. So I think run game really stuck out to me today. And the O-line, I mean, they're getting better and better every day. I'm so proud of those guys. Those guys are working. Those guys are taking advantage of every opportunity and every day to get better. And so I think today what stood out to me is, like I said, that run game and the O-line was good.
And then obviously this is your first full scrimmage day of the spring, correct? Is that right? I mean, I know you guys have done some situations, but how did you kind of like running Mike DeBoard's offense on a full scrimmage day? What did you like about this offense today?
The offense, I mean, for me, I think all the quarterbacks can relate to this is, you know, it's quarterback friendly, right? There's always, you know, you always have a progression. You always have something, you know, rules that are going to protect you as far as just taking care of the ball. And like I said, it's just quarterback friendly. I think it allows us to play fast. We know our assignments. We know where guys are getting lined up. We know what options we have. We know what our hots are. We know where we got to go in different looks and stuff like that. So I think it's very quarterback friendly. And Coach DeBoard and this offense has allowed all the quarterbacks to develop and continue to get better each and every day.
And then last thing, I want to just ask you about the defense today. Who impressed you on the defense, and maybe what stood out about how they were able to play today?
Yeah, I think Kenny Logan, I mean, he's always one of those guys that, you know, makes plays and is always flying around that field, you know, breaking up passes, making tackles. The D-line, I mean, they disrupted some things today. Got guys like 50 Cal and, you know, you got guys coming off the edge. You got DT there in the inside holding it down. You got Kyron on the edge. I mean, he's disruptive. And our backers, you know, I've noticed our backers have done a great job in pass coverage. You know, they're dropping back in coverage, breaking passes up. Gavin Potter, guys like that, just doing a great job. And then on the outside, I mean, safeties are getting better, but corners are getting better too. We got Kobe Bryant out there just making plays, disrupting things, and we got some new guys at the nickel. Jason Gilliam, he's improved each and every day. So, you know, I think, you know, one of the biggest things is, you know, I think the quarterbacks and the defense and the defensive backs have communicated a lot over the spring and just letting them know, hey, this is what we're looking for. This is the things that we see, you know, and this is what quarterbacks are looking for. And, you know, when we see this, we're going to take advantage of that and just communicating with each other of what we see and just trying to get each other better each and every day.
Hey, Miles, how's it going?
Good. How's it going?
I'm going well, thanks. Hey, I got a question. You know, the new guys, Holly and Easters, you touched on it a little bit. What have you seen from them? From them,
I've seen just a unwilling, just unrelentless ability just to attack the day and just learn, right? I mean, those guys, they have great energy, great attitude, and they try to soak up as much information as they can each and every day. And those guys, I mean, you know, they're bringing a lot of energy each and every day, right? High-fiving guys when they make good plays. It's been really good in the quarterback room. We've been pushing each other. We quiz each other on concepts. Hey, if this happens, then what? You know, if they're bringing pressure on this look or this protection, what are we checking? You know, we're always testing each other, always holding each other accountable. And, you know, for them to come in and just have that, you know, niche to learn and just process is huge. And, you know, I think both of those guys, both Easters and Conrad Holly, you know, I think they're going to get better and better each and every day. And they're going to be talented guys.
And then last question, you also talked about the O-line. What are you seeing specifically that's improved or something that's improved since last year?
I mean, to be honest, I can say just everything. I think, run game wise, pass game wise, we kind of simplified the run game, and those guys are just getting off the ball quick, knowing who they got, knowing, what blocking scheme we're doing, and, pushing that front line and passing, pass sets. Those guys are communicating. I hear them communicating, calling things out when, they're showing blitz. Guys are pointing out there, ready to pick it up, communicating with the running back and pass protection. I think it's just over communicating, knowing our assignments, but also too, I think Coach Grimes has done a great job of just instilling an attitude, instilling a swag in that O-line room that allows them to just come out and just have that chip and just be nasty.